Here we go. A little bit of a surprise here. We got Nick on the Balance Druid, Calvish on the Outlaw Rogue, I do believe. So we're going to see a little bit of Outlaw Rogue here in the AWC. Lost in Lihue going back to that kind of bread and butter composition. Jawa on the Shadow Priest, Cyfoxy on the Feral Druid, Casca on the Paladin. This should be a really interesting one. Outlaw Rogues did receive some buffs. I believe this Tuesday they got a little bit of a damage buff. So we'll see if that damage buff is going to be able to translate to a win for them. Yep, Jawa right now taking a little bit of pressure. Calvish moves over, gets a kidney shot here onto Casca. Is there going to be any follow-up? Doesn't look like it just yet. Massive damage here onto Cyfoxy. Smoke bomb drops down. Can they take him down? Jawa is there with a void shift, but very patiently deciding not to use it. So we'll hold on to that defensive cooldown for another time. That Cyclone from Nick is quite devastating. Calvish really setting up his team.
Pushing in for a fear. Gets a silence, but he gets gouged there. Gouge does break. Jawa should be able to find it. But Kearney with a nice fade right there on the fear. It manages to avoid that crowd control completely. Really well played there by Kearney. Kidney shot now onto Casca. Jawa in a lot of trouble. That surely is he's going to be his dispersion. Look at Cyfoxy as well. Taking a lot of damage right there. Survival instincts will come out for Cyfoxy. Still has the bark skin here. Chooses to hold on to it for now. Catches a flash of light there from Jawa. This pressure coming out from the Outlaw Rogue is just immense. Cyfoxy on 10% HP. They fear Jawa, and there is not going to be any swap. Dukamified makes quick work of Lost in Lihue. The Vanish trying to reconnect onto his target, trying to get some more pressure in that Bruiser Rogue, getting a lot of work done. There's a kidney shot onto Casca. Looks like they're swapping to Jawa. Bash onto Jawa. Big damage here onto Jawa. Is he going to trade here? Finally does trade the dispersion there. Being a bit greedy, gets Cyclone on it as well. If they can find some more crowd control onto Casca, maybe a gouge or a blind, that could potentially be lights out here for Jawa. They get the Solar Beam onto Jawa and Yoski. Gouge onto Casca. No follow-up out of that gouge, though. Casca should be able to drop the Spirit Link Totem if he decides to. He's trying to hold on to it. He's trying to be greedy. Jawa spamming out the flashlights, and he is going to be able to keep himself alive. I think with that full Cyclone connects onto Casca. Smoke Bomb as well. Jawa, though, with a nice Void Shift right before that happens, and manages to get that in the nick of time. Yoski ducking into the Smoke Bomb there to help out his teammate, and that was a greedy call by Casca not to use the Spirit Link Totem right there, and it's going to cost him the Void Shift instead.
Once again, chasing. Yoski's just going to gate away and make it really difficult for this Rogue to get uptime in the match. This is not what you want if you are Calvish, kind of stuck behind the pillar. He's just going to go for it, going for a kidney shot. This is a massive amount of damage. They get the Spirit Link Totem out of the way immediately. And Calvish looks like he's just going to be pulling back. They did their setup. They got what they wanted, which was that Spirit Link Totem. And now we can play safe by the pillar and allow Kearney just a little bit of breathing room here. Dukamified has a massive lead in terms of mana. This matchup is looking good.
Jawa is not looking good right now. Getting Cyclone on his dispersion at 10%. Trinkets out. Gets Cyclone on his trinket. Gateways back to safety. Casca activates the Ascendance, trying to keep Jawa up and running. Earthen Wall Totem gets dropped. Kidney shot now onto Casca. Can they find any follow-up? Nick gets silenced there onto the follow-up. He's trying to fake cast Casca here. It's a bit of a mind game between the Moonkin and the Shaman. Casca wins that one. Manages to land it, but look at Yosk meanwhile getting blasted by the full moon. Gets absolutely destroyed by Nick's Incarnation. Dukamified looking unstoppable in this one.
Does land, and if you are not getting counter pressure here onto Dukamified, I feel like this is just a losing battle here for Lost in Lihue. Calvish finally getting pressured just a little bit. Needs to be careful. I was getting what is going on? Calvish, be careful. Goes down to 1% health, and this is the damage you want to see from Lost in Lihue. All of a sudden, I'm a lot more convinced of this composition. That was a great push.
Yeah, the Hunter Evoker looks pretty solid right now, but they're going after Jawa once again here. Do they get any crowd control? Full bash, full Cyclone. Jawa might just get blasted here in the opener. He's just dead. Death. Oh my goodness. Cheat death procs for Jawa. Sacrifice connects for Casca. That's his trinket as well. Jawa now caught up in a Cyclone. They're going after Yoski here. Calvish pushing in, trying to get aggressive on the Rogue, but he needs to be careful. He almost died just a short second ago. And another Cyclone here onto Jawa. Now full Cyclone onto Yoski. He's Cyclone on low HP. Kidney shot onto Jawa. That's going to be the Smoke Bomb. And Calvish is going to drop it there on the the edge between the healer and the DPS. Full beam coming out here onto Casca as they continue this onslaught. Fire Breath, Upheaval coming out from JWall, trying to get counter pressure going. Dream Projection as well, trying to keep himself alive. And Sleepwalks being casted out here by JWall, trying to fake out some interrupts. Manages to find it there. Qual as well onto Nick. JWall playing great defense here, but the pressure is immense. Kidney Shot onto Yasuke. They're just turning over on and just tap targeting onto everybody right now. Casca casting a Repentance right there. If he gets interrupted, it could just be lights out for somebody here. And now once again, it's going to be the Deep Breath coming out. It's a double. Kearney going for the Symbols of Hope here. Cheap Shot onto Casca. Full Cyclone. Calvish in trouble, but JWall in even bigger trouble as he gets blasted by the team of Dukamified. Easy 3-0 for these guys, and they are going to be advancing here in the Gauntlet, knocking out Lost in Lihue.